number 1. My favorite color is yellow, but like golden yellow or pale yellow, definitely not neon yellow. My name is pronounced Beatrice and not Beatrice. Beatrice. If you want to know the backstory of why it is Beatrice and not Beatrice, you should watch this video. I'm 5'1.5", so let's just round it to 5'2" with shoes. I was born on December 21st, 2000, which is the winter solstice. I'm 18 years old, although you probably could have done the math on that yourself. I am a Sagittarius, but I don't believe in astrology. Sorry. I do love personality tests though, and my Myers-Briggs personality type is ISFJ, which is called the Defender. In Myers-Briggs, the first letter can be either I for introverted or E for extroverted. So I got introverted, but I'm like 51% introverted and 49% extroverted. And that makes sense to me because I feel like I display tendencies of both introversion and extroversion. I've also taken the Big 5 personality test, but I wasn't really a big fan of that one because it told me that I'm very disagreeable, which I didn't really agree with. I love organizing things or having things organized. I don't know how much of a fan I am of the actual process of organizing, but I just love it when everything has a place and is where it's supposed to be. My natural hair color is a very dark blonde, but honestly I forget how dark my hair actually used to be because I haven't had my natural hair color for a couple of years now. I'm very non-sentimental, like it's very easy for me to get rid of things, which poses a problem when my family is trying to clean or declutter because they are not like me. They like to keep a lot of things, and so it's a struggle. I don't drink coffee. I have tried like the caramel coffee from Starbucks and I liked it, but it's not really a habit I want to get into. And also making matcha is way easier. I can't eat yogurt without toppings like granola or something. I think plain yogurt is disgusting. It makes me gag. I love quiet. I do like listening to music. I think everyone does, but usually I prefer silence or quiet background noise like birds chirping. I don't have Snapchat and don't plan on getting it. I did have it for a couple of months, kind of when it was starting to get popular, but honestly the idea of Snapchat just low-key scares me and I'm waiting for it to die, but it doesn't look like it's gonna happen anytime soon. Personally, I believe, and I'm not trying to push my beliefs on anyone else, this is just my opinion, but I believe in the Oxford comma. I know, we're getting a little controversial in this video. If you've never heard of the Oxford comma, quick grammar lesson, basically if you have a sentence where you're listing things like, I like yellow, red, and blue, the comma that normal people would place before and blue is called the Oxford comma. Some people don't think that it's necessary, but some people know that it is. The only show I'm currently watching is The Office, and that is all I need in my life, thank you. I have no school spirit, not to be like, ugh, American high school culture, but American high school culture. Like, I have school pride and I'm proud of our achievements, but I just don't like pep rallies or sports games or anything like that. I honestly don't understand it. I love spreadsheets. I recently started one for doing like a monthly budget for tracking spending, and it is so satisfying to fill it out, except when I spend more than I was supposed to and then I have to write that down. I started blogging in 7th grade for a school project. For our English class, we had to make a blog where we would post some of our class assignments, and I actually got really into it, so I started looking into what other people my age were doing with blogging and making and publishing things beyond what we were assigned to do. It was pretty bad, but you know, I was 13 and you gotta start somewhere. Actually, I'm really glad I did start that early because I feel like I've come so far since then, and it probably would have taken me longer to reach the point where I am now if I hadn't started in 7th grade. I played violin for 5 years and I liked it. It just turns out I don't really like music theory, and you can't really get much better at your instrument beyond a certain point if you're not willing to take private lessons and learn music theory and things like that. Also, it just took up too much time in my school schedules. Actually, I haven't touched my violin since the day that I took my last orchestra class. Sad but true. I feel like I check my phone too often, especially after I post a photo that I'm really excited about. Honestly, I hate the amount of validation that I get from likes on Instagram photos. I am allergic to 2 things, cold and amoxicillin. Yeah, I didn't think you could be allergic to cold either, but it's called cold urticaria, I think. And basically when I would go out in the cold for an extended period of time, I would get hives, mainly around my joints, so like on my knuckles and elbows and my knees. I can't watch horror movies. I do like thriller movies like A Quiet Place or Bird Box, but I can't do any of the like murder, demon, ghost stuff. No. I also don't like superhero or action movies. I hardly remember my dreams, and when I do, there's something super boring. Like, one time I had a dream that I was having dinner with my extended family and giving them advice on how to manage their emails. And in another more recent dream, I dreamt that I was editing photos and they were the same photos that I was actually editing that day. So literally I just dream about my real life. I just relive my life experiences. My favorite class this year is AP Psych. I just think it's so interesting to learn the reasons behind why we think and behave the way we do. I love, love, love photography. I've been running kind of a little photography business thing for about a year now. I'm really bad at listening, like especially if I'm trying really hard to listen. I think there's like an inverse relationship between how hard I try to listen and how much I actually end up hearing. So like for partner activities at school, I usually have to depend on the other person and hope that they heard the directions, because I definitely did not. I've been to, I think, 9 concerts in my life. Oh Wonder, Gwen Stefani, 21 Pilots, Lorde, Queen, Macklemore, BTS, Winner, and The National. I don't have an official middle name, but the name that I was given when I was baptized is Maria. So my full name, if you're interested in a tongue twister, is Beatrice Maria Noyelite. I love watching Jeopardy and I kind of want to go on the show, but also not. Like when I'm watching, I'll answer a few questions right in a row and I'm just like, what am I doing? I could be making thousands on Jeopardy right now. And then I get a question wrong and that just shatters my self-confidence. When I was little, I really wanted to be a scientist, like an astronomer or an astronaut or something like that. And then in middle school, there was a period of time when I wanted to do computer science. That was very short though. But whatever career I end up in, I know I'll be making bank because I was voted most likely to be a millionaire in our senior superlative, and those are always correct, right? I have a lot of trouble saying no or just expressing my opinion in general, but I think I'm getting better at it. I want to be fluent in at least 5 languages before I die. The ones that I currently know or am learning in order of how well I speak them are English, Lithuanian, Spanish, Korean. I mean, really, I almost feel bad mentioning Korean because I'm just a baby, an eggy, but I'm working on it. So those are the 4 that I have right now. And then number 5, I don't know, maybe French, maybe, yeah, I don't know, probably French. Dark chocolate is probably the dessert type thing that I eat the most, but when it comes to like guilty pleasures, Hershey's Gold is like crack. It's basically a caramel bar and it has little pieces of salted pretzel and peanuts, and it's so good. Fun fact, I filmed this entire video once before and then I accidentally deleted all of that footage. But I think it turned out much better this time, so maybe things happen for a reason. And number 40, totally not because I couldn't think of another fact to mention, is that I really appreciate you for watching this video.